As we finalized all these thoughts and sketched out our designs, it was time for Mrs. Michelini to return and to help guide us into a manageable way of creating this and a timeline in which to do it, because our idea was pretty ambitious. We started first by agreeing that we wanted to use paper towels layered up to create our fabric of sorts, and Mrs. Michelini taught us how to use the sewing machine. We all caught on really quickly and spent time taking turns sewing together 3 layers of paper towel to give it some strength while we played around with some hair accessories and material studies with tissue paper, magazine, and other paper products. Once we had a decent amount of preliminary paper towel fabric made, we started patterning the pieces together and doing some test material studies for our color scheme, like watercolor, dye, acrylic, etc. How they worked separately and how they worked together to see what we would like to use. We made the skirt and top separately instead of one dress together because we decided that would be a bit easier to work on. Once one piece was done, we started painting and painting and painting. This part took a long time to get the effect we were looking for, kind of like a tie-dye look to it.
We used the Cricut to start cutting dragonflies that would adhere to our design as well for accents, and begin working on the wings using a tissue paper and glue brushing technique. We worked on clear sheets, and once they were dry, pulled them off to create a delicate wing base. We pieced those together to create the wings and the dragonfly parts and added black and metallic paints to give it a dragonfly feel. We worked on the wings, which were originally going to be on a pulley system, but we ran too long on time and ultimately decided to attach them to the sleeves instead. While painting details and adding blacks and metallics and creating the more buggy feel, we added the idea to create a necklace to give it more of a bug feel and a unique look, and decided we wanted to make little bug caps as eyeballs, since dragonfly eyeballs are so important to what makes it such a unique insect. We wanted to make the whole piece look a little more cohesive, so we lined the inside of the skirt with the same technique as the wings to bring that look down to the dress too, and then started on some accent pieces that would be a part of our performance. We were running low on time at this point, so we ultimately decided to use leaves and flowers to create like fans that would reveal our model. We painted some leaves on construction paper and created some quick coffee filter flowers we could paint with watercolor. We hot glued them to some cardboard that would allow us to hold them up for the big reveal in our catwalk performance. As we saw our piece come together and our timeline come to an end, we continued adding additional details that felt needed to make it look finished. We worked really hard in the home stretch of the timeline to make it all look cohesive and finished. We think that it was very successful. It was super exciting to see the idea we had changed and transformed and come to life throughout these past few months. It was definitely not exactly the identical idea we had at the end of but it was something. Through the progress and through trial and error that we were all proud of and happy we got to create together. We are loving the final creation.